When we're actually smelling wines, you don't need to take big sniffs. First of all, give the glass a bit of a twirl, get those molecules working, and take a short sniff. Some winemakers actually prefer to block one nostril off at a time and sniff it that way. They just do a sniff on this side and a sniff on that side. I frankly don't particularly like that technique, and I prefer to sniff the way one was meant to sniff through both nostrils. What we're picking up, and the brain can determine within 50 milliseconds, that's within 50 thousandths of a second, the kinds of messages that are coming off that aroma of the wine, and whether it's off or whether it's pleasant. And so we start with Sauvignon Blanc, and what are we experiencing here? This is a young Sauvignon Blanc. We're getting a lot of primary fruit aromas. It's ripe gooseberries, it's some passion fruit, it's a little bit of tropical fruits. It's very uplifted, very fresh and very aromatic, and it's a sort of wine that's very enjoyable this season. The next wine that we're having a sniff of is Riesling from Clare, and this is dominated by very strong lime and citrus aromas, a little bit of pear in the background, and just a hint of unripe pineapple. Verdelho, as we said earlier, has been modified by some tropical fruit aromas, which has really been tricked up using some aromatic yeasts. And this is quite dominant on this particular wine, and so we're getting quite distinct, uplifted, fresh tropical fruits. It's again a wine that's best drunk this particular season. The Marsanne from Tabilk is filled with exotic honeysuckle aromas, and these actually get very intense and perfumed as time goes on, and sometimes they become just overpowering. The Semillon from the Hunter, well, that's got lots of tertiary aromas. It's had some time to develop, and the toasted honey aromas are quite evident, quite strong, and actually have taken over the primary fruit aromas, and they've been left very much in the background. With Nicholson River Chardonnay, what we're getting is the primary fruit aromas are absolutely being lost here. The winemaker has worked this wine so hard that we're getting butterscotch and cashews and biscuits. We're getting enormous complexity. This is very much a winemaker's wine, and it's just so complex and pure sniffing pleasure.